Yeah. Yeah, we're back. Oh, shit. Whoa, that was fucking loud. We're back, Pro Wrestling Summit. Holy shit. It's that time of the fucking week again. It's Saturday. It's been fucking crazy. We got some fucking maniac dog in the fucking building, though. We move into this new fucking building, and there's some maniac fucking dog that's like fucking somebody else in the fucking studio building. It's fucking ridiculous, man. See, we move out of one building to get away from the landscapers being there fucking 3 times a week, and now there's a maniac dog. Knowledge. What the fuck, bro?
I don't know what to tell you. I mean, we'll get this shit figured out. It's, there's always bumps in the road.
I mean, I don't want to have to go over and talk to these fucking people in the adjoining office and be like, hey, shut your fucking mutt up. Why is a mutt in a fucking professional building?
Get the dog out of here. No dogs allowed.
Yeah, well, Danny's too much of a, I don't want to say what he is, but Danny's too much of a you-know-what to go over there and be confrontational, so...
I mean, Danny doesn't really like doing too much to begin with. He just likes...
yeah, it's not his vibe.
Yeah, like sitting behind the board.
Danny, you probably like that fucking Star Wars shit, don't you? Yeah, you fucking weirdo. I'm just kidding. I'm a pro wrestling fan. Fuck you.
Every time. The eyes from Danny. Calm down over there.
Bro, it's good to see you. Fucking great to see you. Glad to have you on yesterday for fucking Welcome to the Zoo. Glad to be back. We had a fucking tough week. I broke my back.
I mean, hey, you've been carrying the show on your back for so long.
No. I don't think that's what it is, bro. I don't know what I did to my back. Maybe it was like fucking I don't know, something I slept wrong. I don't know.
I was gonna say we're all getting to that point that it doesn't take much.
Yeah, I was fucked up for like 2 days, bro. But speaking of fucking people being on their back, CM Punk.
Oh man,
CM Punk, man, what a fucking piece of shit that guy is.
I'm really hoping they just make it official real soon and just buy out his contract.
Yeah, just fucking fire the guy.
I wouldn't even buy out his contract. That's it. You know what? Screw it. I'll swallow the money. Just whatever. Just you're fired. You're gone.
Yeah, that's a lot of money to be swallowing, though, especially if the guy's not going to appear.
Big balls. Tony Khan wants to talk about how much money he has.
I mean, I do kind of like that Tony Khan takes that approach against WWE, though. I have way more fucking money than Jim Herd.
Oh, if you're gonna take that approach, okay, then you have way more money.
You better put your money where your mouth is.
Yeah, it's all great. Maybe hire some writers that can actually make some goddamn sense on your shows.
Yeah, what I don't understand is CM Punk, this whole CM Punk John Moxley debacle, and now the title's vacant. John Moxley wins it again on fucking Wednesday night.
I did tell you last week.
It's fucking wild.
We talked about the tournament. I told you it was going to be Moxley as champion again. Even when, Bryan Danielson was, clawing his way to... I told you, this is... First off, this should be it for Bryan Danielson. You're not going to get the title on you. You wrestle in the mid-card in AEW and squander the rest of your career away because you don't deserve another shot at this point, I don't think. You've been in the company for at least half as long as the company has existed, and you're supposed to be one of the top guys in the company, and they're not going to put the title on you. So,
yeah, I think that he beats Jericho for the ROH title at some point.
Don't get it.
Yeah,
it hurts.
Yeah.
It hurts. It hurts my head so much.
Like I had said to you via, how do you say that? Via text message. I said the only way that this makes sense is if they're trying to really push for fucking name recognition on a lower card title that hasn't been prevalent. Listen, and Jericho's never held the ROH title. Can he go there and wrestle credible matches? He brings name value.
Sure, he brings name value, but how about if you're going to do that, build a story around it. This is, like I said, this is exactly what I talked about last time. It just seems like there are just random matches thrown together.
Hot shot booking.
Yeah, and so a random match, Jericho, how did Jericho earn a shot at the ROH championship?
Because he was runner-up in the tournament?
But
for the world title?
What does that mean? Yeah, so don't you're not gonna you can't go for the AEW championship.
You get a trophy, but you get a trophy,
and that's the problem with having so many championships available. There's so much available. They just get tossed around like hot potatoes. Nothing means anything.
And dude, you want to know something else? Do any of those fucking titles mean a lick of anything in that fucking company?
Not a single goddamn
They
thing.
don't, because the wrestling is so good that the titles have very little value.
Most of the wrestling is so good.
Yeah, I really am upset about the fucking crazy ending botch that they had for fucking the Acclaimed and Swerve in Your Glory. What the fuck is going on, dude? Your biggest show of the year, and you botch a top rope elbow drop spot and like feign that you're injured, but you're not really injured. Like, I don't understand this fake injury spot that AEW does. Like, what?
And they do it very often. It's not like it's just once in a while. There's a lot of fake injuries that, you know.
Not only that, but 3 fuck finishes. The first 3 finishes of the show are fuck finishes.
Yep.
How are you going to put 3 fuck finishes on the beginning of the fucking... Like, it's just fucking bananas.
Why I'm saying pay some actual wrestling writers, you know, and...
Or don't pay actual wrestling writers. What you do is you have the guys that you already have in place, the Arn Andersons of the world, the fucking Mark Henrys, the Big Shows, the guys who have been on the biggest shows, and you have them go to these younger guys and go, hey, slow the fuck down. Let it mean something, man. The more that you let it marinate with people, the better off you're going to be. You know Arn Anderson damn well is probably backstage. Jim Ross was backstage going, wow, this is worth the shit. This is worth the shit.
Yeah.
Why you doing 3 fuck finishes, Tony? And I like how JR's vocal about it. He was vocal about the Moxley CM Punk thing when fucking CM Punk lost and they were doing the rematch 4 days later.
Yep.
Like, who the fuck... Why are you going to pay to see that?
Right, it doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't.
And we've been to plenty of indie shows where you see, like... You get to local indie shows and you can see the wrestlers for like the next match, calling out their match and stuff like that. Like it's real, fucked up because you're just ruining the whole atmosphere of it. But
the world has changed.
I remember we would have conversations about, instead of calling their match, they should be watching the match before them.
To not do anything else that they're doing in the match before.
Right. If it's a fast-paced match, you need to now slow your match down.
If they start hot, then you can't start hot.
Right.
You can't start hot.
If they have a fuck finish, you can't have you have to have a clean finish.
You can't do multiple fuck finishes, especially in a row. I don't care if you do them on the same show.
Right. They can't just be back to back to back.
And in title matches.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck are we doing? It's crazy. It's crazy to me. I'm glad for the Acclaimed. I'm happy for them.
Again, and I'm gonna sound like a broken record. I just don't get it. You just lost to Swerve in Your Glory. How are you competing for the championship?
I don't know why you come back 4 days later. I get it. It's their hometown. You want them to have their big pop in their hometown.
Then just don't do the previous match.
Or have them get beat again.
Right, have them get beat. That's fine.
Hey, maybe throw a curveball to the audience. Maybe like, Acclaimed Swerve in Your Glory too.
Yeah.
Like, there's been so much fucking... I think that Tony Khan reads the dirt sheets a little bit too much and bases his booking decisions upon what the internet wrestling community thinks that he should be doing.
Right.
Because he's part of the wrestling. He's part of the internet wrestling community.
Clearly. And he enjoys...
Bots, man. Bots.
He enjoys the attention that he gets from this hotshot booking.
Well, because it's such indie style that the indie guys love it.
But that's the thing is, you're giving the IWC what they want. But we've said it before. The IWC doesn't know what they want because they get what they want, then they just boo what they thought they wanted. You're screwing yourself into the short-term booking. You need long-term stories. The WWE is doing long-term stories now, and it's working out fantastically.
Well, look at their viewership through the fucking roof.
Well, they did have a bad Raw, but I mean, we're
whatever. Monday Night Football, dude. There were 2 games of Monday Night Football on.
So with that being said,
crazy.
People keep reporting about these ratings numbers all the time, and do you think it really matters anymore? The ratings for an episode of Raw, the ratings for Dynamite.
It does in the eyes of an advertiser, because the advertiser's looking at those viewing numbers and they're basing their not donation, but they're basing their ad revenue upon upon how many eyes are watching there. And it's especially good as a sales tactic, because you can go in and say, "Hey, yo, we're the WWE. We have X billion, followers on Instagram or whatever."
And that's what I've said. Like that's what I would focus on is to do it just based off of TV show ratings. I feel like that's an antiquated way of doing things now.
Yeah, I mean, I think that we're past that point.
But the advertisers aren't, and they need to start looking at differently. Look, we're getting this many hits on Instagram. We're getting this many hits on our YouTube videos. We're getting this many eyes on the actual show. There's this many people that go and stream the show on Hulu and on Peacock.
They have the data available to be able to do hard data and be like, okay, listen, like this is what we're getting. If listen, I don't want to sound like we're just fucking sitting here trashing AEW and Tony Khan, because we're not, because the guy does a lot of things right.
Yeah.
And in terms of him presenting his product, and because it is such a new product, he's doing the smart thing. He's oversaturating the market. He's got 2 internet-only shows that air on Monday and Tuesday to Combat, and they air right before Raw and NXT. So it's perfect timing. I mean, he airs them at like 6:30, I think they come on, and they're usually just about an hour. Just over an hour. And then boom, you're right at like 7:45.
Yeah.
You're shutting off that video and you're like, oh shit, Raw's on.
Right.
Oh shit, NXT's on.
Yeah.
And that's if you're watching live.
Yeah, and I think there are going to be a lot of people that listen to this and think that we are just shitting on Tony all the time, but and on AEW all the time. But really, we get frustrated. I mean, I know I get frustrated because I want AEW to succeed. I don't shit on WWE as much because they're established. WWE's not going anywhere. WWE has had shit booking for nearly 2 decades now, and they're still running.
Yeah.
AEW
and successfully, let's fucking face facts, dude. They, in a pandemic, they posted career earnings for their company.
Right.
I mean, granted, they fired like fucking 100 people.
Do what you gotta do.
Whatever, man. I mean, it's a business at the end of the day.
But AEW needs to succeed because it keeps up the competition factor, and AEW's been the best competition for WWE since WCW, and.
For sure, 100%.
They're able to showcase wrestlers who didn't work out in WWE for one reason or another. They can get their second shot. Or now, what we're seeing is wrestlers got their second shot. They're not happy with their booking in AEW, and now they want to go back. Last week, I thought that Malachi Black was leaving because of his mental health issues.
No.
And that's part of it. He said that it's part of it.
Yeah.
But really, there are contractual obligations that I had built into my contract with booking and stuff like that weren't fulfilled.
So basically, Tony reneged on his contract.
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah.
So how long is he really going to be able to keep him on the bench for without...
Well, so he offered them the conditional release, and what people are wondering now is
what's the condition? Is 90 days?
Or is the condition that he doesn't go back to WWE in for the 4 years left on his contract?
Where the fuck does he go then? He's not going to not wrestle for 4 years.
Well, he could go to the indie scene and just not wrestle for...
There is no indie scene anymore. They've all been bought out. Right. I mean, the biggest indie company in fucking America was Pro Wrestling Guerrilla and Ring of Honor. Tony owns Ring of Honor, and all the Pro Wrestling Guerrilla guys work for fucking Tony Khan.
Yep.
So like, where the fuck are you gonna go? Like, I'm not saying that there aren't big indie organizations out there. There's a lot of really quality big indie organizations, but are they gonna be able to fucking take that guy's price? He's not gonna he's not gonna go to a fucking indie show and wrestle for $100. Like that's like those days are over.
I do hope that he just takes some time off.
He's not Velveteen Dream.
No. Oh my god. Talk about wasted fucking talent.
Jesus Christ,
Jesus. Dude.
I do like the exchange with him and EC3 though. Hey EC3, how about that white powder that was on your table? I was like, oh shit, bro, what the fuck?
Who was the one, checking my phone to see if I was recording? All this. Who were you recording? Okay, all right,
dude, crazy shit, man, crazy shit.
The fact that he's basically admitting that wrestlers were doing coke while working for WWE. Well, it was a different era,
How shocking!
It's a different era, but the fact that he's putting it out there like that
my god, wrestlers do drugs?
I know, it's shocking.
What the fuck?
But
no way, Beavis.
Yeah. So I don't want to burst your bubble here, but Ric Flair, really lived that lifestyle he was talking about. So I mean,
wow,
the whole limousine ride and Jeff, it wasn't just an act. That was really what he was doing there.
Wow.
Yeah, I know.
I am shocked, perplexed, if you will.
There was this plane ride that.
Jesus Christ! Like, of all the things that guy did, I just don't understand. Oh, he walked up and down naked in a robe. Oh, that was every fucking flight, lady. Like, what are we talking about?
Yeah.
And Rob Van Dam looking like a schmuck. Like, yeah, man, I guess it was kind of weird. Like, what do you mean?
The one person that I felt bad for with that whole thing was Tommy Dreamer. Because
he got fucking.
He came out. He was just like, "Listen, it's Ric Flair."
Are we surprised by any of this?
It's Ric Flair. It's a bunch of wrestlers on a plane with alcohol and drugs.
Listen, and I get it. To somebody outside of that wrestling sphere, it sounds fucking crazy.
But to Tommy Dreamer, he's like, just spend 5 minutes in ECW locker room. This was tame compared to that.
Dude, guys were doing fucking ron in the fucking, you know what I mean? Kimona Wanalea went up there during a fucking incident at the show and pulled out her bean bags and was flashing the crowd, dude. All because some fat guy who, with a weird ponytail and nothing on the top of his head and a hat goes, yeah, you should go do that. Mm-hmm. And she was like, oh, okay.
I do think we need to address the elephant in the room because, as we've mentioned many times, we record this on Friday before SmackDown.
Yep.
And rumors and
innuendo,
QR codes pointing to possibly a Bray Wyatt signing on SmackDown. I got to be honest with you, I'm pretty excited. I was excited as I was for CM Punk coming back to AEW. This
anticipation for me, this has been a long time coming. I don't really get too jazzed up. I pop big for Paige. I popped so big.
You texted me when that happened, and I was just like,
yeah, why? It was an all caps tech back.
Why?
What is happening?
I'm afraid for her.
I'm not afraid. Why?
Because a lot of those women...
She's doing what she loves to do, man.
I understand, but a lot of those women...
Are unsafe.
Clearly,
Britt Baker got her fucking schnoz busted last night.
So hopefully she works with a Britt Baker,
well, that's going to be our first program for sure.
And I feel comfortable with that, but...
Jamie Hayter, too. I feel comfortable with that.
Absolutely, but...
Please not a Thunder Rosa.
Oh, good lord. She's gonna
she could work with Jade Cargill.
She could work with Jade Cargill, but some of these women, she's gonna end up in a wheelchair. It's
don't
real
even
bad.
say that.
No, I don't want it to happen. I really hope that she works with safe women wrestlers, and we can leave it at that. I'm nervous for her though in AEW. When you texted me, I said, is she like a manager or something? I'm okay with her being a manager. If she's gonna be working in the ring, Yeah, I'm nervous.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely nerve-wracking, but I mean, you know,
I hope Saraya does really well.
I mean, the first time Edge came back,
I can't call her Saraya. She's
no,
always
it's Paige,
to me.
dude. Her
Yeah, I
name's
know.
Paige, as far as I'm concerned. The only issue that I have with Saraya Paige is her sex tape was terrible. It was fucking awful. Like, it was poorly produced. Like, I could have
my
done
God.
such a better job.
What was
Like,
the,
even with Brad Maddox.
Brad Maddox. He looked like he was on National Geographic there.
And then
he
changed his name to Mad Braddox.
Yeah, he's. God.
I
Real
like
creative,
Xavier
that one.
Woods. No one remembers that Xavier Woods is in the tape.
You know, good for him. He made out on that one. He's like the Kourtney Kardashian in that relationship.
Cuck. Oh my God! Whatever, dude. I mean, hey, she clearly was having a great time. So I mean, that's really all that it's about. It's about the woman having a good time. But I think that she can do really well there. I think there's some really talented women who she can work with. I just think that she needs to be very choosy about who she works with. Like, she can't be going out there and wrestling like a fucking Thunder Rosa or like a Charlotte Renegade or something, or like somebody that may or may not fuck her up. You know what I mean? You have to be somebody who's very, very skilled.
Yeah, you can't just put her in there with somebody green. She just can't.
No.
She can't. First off, she's going to be rusty. There's going to be a ton of rust on her. Secondly, with somebody that's coming back with that much rust, you can't be the ring general.
Yeah.
In that case, you know, you need somebody that's going to be able to work her through a match.
Right.
And I still believe that she'll be able to put on great matches. But think of like CM Punk's first few matches when he came back. They were
not good.
Not good at all.
Not good. No.
He would get blown up very easily.
Super blown up.
And, you know, you could tell he was putting work in. But, I mean, you're coming off, at that point it was 7 years for Punk. It's It's got to be around the same amount of time for Paige.
It's probably pretty close to that
I
mark.
would say at least 5. At least 5 years.
The only thing that I would say is that I think that she knew that this day was coming, and she's been released from her contract for a minute, and you know that she's down there, like, at the Performance Center, probably working out with people, and then after she left, I'm sure that she's in the ring constantly just working out at somewhere.
But you and I both know being in the ring and everything is different
it's
than
a completely
getting
different
back in the
scenario.
ring in front of a crowd and all that. Like,
Completely different scenario.
she's going to get blown out on her entrance if she doesn't, if she's not careful, because she's going to get so amped up and excited that she's just going to go nuts with that entrance.
Yeah, I mean, it's it's kind of it's going to be kind of difficult to imagine that she's not going to have some issues initially.
And she's going to be super emotional about it, which how can you not be?
I mean,
you
how
know?
can you not be? You thought your career was fucking over. And, these doctors are like, no, I'm not going to let you wrestle. But everyone else is saying that you can.
You know, it's the Bryan Danielson, Daniel Bryan situation all over again.
Well, he not saying that she's not as talented as Bryan Danielson, but she's not as talented as Bryan Danielson. And I'm sure that WWE I'm sure that was a big factor in it. Like, hey, this guy is a giant star. Yeah. She's a big star too, but not, I mean, let's fucking face facts. Level. It's not, no.
I do feel like she got cheated by not being able to, go head to head with the women that are in WWE now, considering she is basically the one that ushered in that era.
Yeah, I mean, I would have loved to seen a long program with her and Becky or her and Charlotte. I actually got asked last night who I think the top 3 women's wrestlers in the world are right now that are working for big companies. And I said unequivocally, in this order, it goes Jade, Britt, and then Charlotte Flair. I don't think that there's any comparison, or like, I don't think anyone would have any issue with that top 3. What right now, currently, in women's wrestling, those 3 have to be.
The only issue I would have is the order. I would say yes for that, those 3, but I would put Charlotte first.
Charlotte first.
I would put Charlotte first. because
I mean, she is fucking hella talented.
she's hella talented, and Jade Cargill has the presence and everything, but Charlotte had that presence first.
Could you think about a program with those two?
My
God, bro! All I'm seeing is dollar signs.
I was gonna say you want to talk about like what should be like should have been the first women's match at WrestleMania to main event WrestleMania. That's a match right there. That would tear the house down. Jade Cargill said that she wants to be the female version of The Rock. Like, that's her goal. And
I mean, she can definitely do that. There's
yeah,
no doubt about
I
it.
feel like she does have the charisma to do that.
She can act. She could fucking do the whole thing, dude. She can model. She's a super fitness freak. Like, obviously, I mean, I've never... I've been around, I've been around a fair amount, I'd say. I've never in my entire life seen a woman put together like that.
Yeah, no, absolutely not. I mean...
Like, it is unreal.
It's kind of scary. I'm not going to lie to you. It's like... How do you have...
That's not the first thing that comes to my mind.
The reason why I say it's scary is because, like, how do you find that type of discipline? Like, there's like male professional wrestlers that don't have that kind of discipline.
Almost every single professional wrestler.
You're like a freak of nature there. You're like, how is this even possible that you're doing this at this level?
Genetically, she is. I mean, she's so tall, super long legs, like crazy long legs, and she's just super muscular. And like, it doesn't appear that she's had work done. Mm-hmm. So, like, it seems like it's pretty fucking legit, made through great genetics and fucking hard-ass work. So, and she's not like... she's not like how China was, where you could tell that she was on test.
Right.
And not the wrestler, Andrew Martin, but the testosterone.
Yeah.
And, like, I mean, she had a jaw that... I mean...
rivaled Jay Leno's.
Yeah, like that thing, when she first debuted, I was like, I'm unsure about
that's a handsome woman right
there. Yeah, like, it was like Mama Fratelli from the Goonies. Like, that's, like, you look at her and you go, I'm not quite sure what to make of this. Like, I'm not, and you know exactly what I'm talking about, which is even more fucked up. I just broke knowledge. I broke them.
My boy!
Oh shit! You went throw Mama from the train. Oh my God, Owen! Oh shit! Not Owen Hart. It was a movie, another movie that she was in. But anyway, fuck, man. Yeah, like, scary. But I mean, China back then. I mean, I had never seen a woman do some of the shit that men were allowing her to do to them.
Jericho actually talked about that. Jericho.
Oh yeah, didn't he say she was like mad stiff and he fucking gave her a recito?
He was like, she was not good, and frankly, nobody gives me the credit for making the matches as good as they were. He's like, I'm not trying to talk ill of the dead. I said this when she was alive, so it's like she was not good in the ring, super stiff, and they told me that I had to treat her like I would any other wrestler. So I treat her like any other wrestler, and that didn't go well for her. And then I had to rein it back because she couldn't handle me being stiff like she was stiff, but I had to take it from her.
Now, I just have to say this, and I mean, I think that this needs to be said at this juncture because I don't hear enough people saying it. Triple H, okay?
Yes, he did.
What an upgrade. Holy shit. You want to talk about fucking leveling way the fuck up? How do you go from China, Joni Lawler, who talked like this, and with a jaw like that, to...
It was pretty questionable there.
Yeah. I mean... it's whatever. I mean, love is love. Love is blind.
Yeah, sure.
You know what I mean? Like,
sure.
if that's what you're into, like, cool. But then, like, you got with Stephanie McMahon.
You
like,
got
the boss's daughter.
You got with Stephanie when she was petite, and then, she upgraded herself. So, good for you on that one, too.
Well, she updated her chesticles.
Yeah, right. Right.
In a drastic fashion.
Yeah, I mean, it was very smart for Jericho to like.
Oh my God!
Harp on that immediately.
What a line, dude! What did he say? He said, "Oh, you got some new enhancements or something like that." He got. I like no. Jericho had the best line against Stephanie. It was Stephanie and Rhino in the ring, and he goes, "I'm gonna get that fat sweaty hog, and you too, Stephanie." No, and you too, Rhino.
Yeah.
I fucking died, bro. Listen, man, Jericho's very smart, and you gotta give fucking Jericho credit where credit's due. Jericho does not give a fuck, not one fuck, about offending you or making you upset. He will fight you in the locker room. The motherfucker fought Goldberg at his height.
Yeah,
you know, I just talked about fighting Goldberg the other day. I said, I think that if Goldberg spoke to me the way that he spoke to Matt Riddle backstage at the WWE show, I think if I was Matt Riddle, I would have kicked him directly in the face. Yeah, we're gonna talk, bro.
Yeah.
Don't call me your bro, like bro.
As he's already walked away.
Yeah,
he's like down the hall. Yeah, and I'm not your bro.
Like,
okay, bro.
Yeah, Bill Goldberg. Like, you're like fucking 50-something years old. Okay,
what are you gonna do? Kick me and end my career?
That's fucked up, bro. That's fucked up. Bret Hart doesn't deserve that.
Well, you know. No, he didn't deserve that, but, you know,
yeah.
Bill Goldberg's done apologizing for it, so.
I'm glad for Bill Goldberg. Fuck that guy.
He said it. I'm sick. I've reached out to him. I'm done apologizing.
But think about that for a second. If Matt Riddle decided to, 50-something-year-old Goldberg with, like, limited MMA training would have gotten the brakes beat off him backstage at a WWE show by this dude.
It's a good thing they don't work for AEW, because that would have been a bad
situation. It would have been a real fight.
Yeah,
they would have been
a bad situation.
Oh, yeah, somebody would have filmed it. It would have been up online. It would have been a being in the Elite episode. Right. It would have been fucking great, dude. I would have loved that shit. But yeah, I mean, speaking about this fucking this crazy fucking AEW shit, dude. I mean, the attention has to be on fucking tonight with Bray Wyatt. I mean, everyone thinks it's Bray. I mean, who else could it be? Karrion Kross, maybe.
I mean, when they were playing with them playing White Rabbit, I was like, well, it would make sense that it's Karrion Kross. You know. You make it seem like it's going to be Bray, but really it's going to be Kross. But it wouldn't make sense. Why bring the White Rabbit gimmick back for Karrion Kross when he's already been brought back doing another thing? Mm-hmm. And what's really been suspicious for me...
Suspicious? What are you, a sleuth?
Well, because
you have to be.
I love Bray, and I've been waiting with bated breath for him to come back. And so I follow him on Twitter and all that, and I'm looking for signs. I follow him on YouTube and you know...
Following clues.
Right. And the interesting thing is whenever it's been rumored that he might be coming back, he's always been the one putting out information that like, oh, you know, hey... here's a cryptic message, and people are like, oh, that means he's gonna show up on like you know, in WrestleMania. He's gonna show up at WrestleMania. He never shows up. But
I was one of those people. I was like, he's gonna come back. This is the time.
But he hasn't said anything, and that's what makes me think like this is when it's gonna actually happen, because people be like, you friggin' clued us in this whole time, and then it's actually time for you to come back, and you don't give a shit. Like,
well, I don't know.
People are gonna fucking go nuts for it.
I don't know if you saw this. Okay, I don't know if you saw this, but I can. There was a match graphic shown. This just happened earlier. Actually, this might have happened yesterday. I just saw the report on it, though. A match graphic for the Extreme Rules match. There's a couple of Extreme Rules matches that have been announced. and one of them is the Matt Riddle, Seth Rollins match. And there is clearly a lantern in the background of the match graphic with fireflies all in the background of the match graphic. But you can't really see it unless you're like looking for it. And it's not in the other match graphic.
See, man. Why? I mean, it'll be interesting. I'm excited for Bray to come back. He's been gone far too long. He needs to come back.
I mean, what a landscape to come back to, bro.
Right, but he adds a whole nother dimension to the programming.
Yeah,
and I mean, you can do so much with him.
And it's appointment television. Yeah. You can't miss a piece of the story because it's so engaging.
It's appointment television, and it's something that can be done. Like, you do so much with it just to break up from the regular monotony of, match after match after match.
Yeah, just having matches.
Yeah.
And he doesn't have a match.
Right.
He just comes out. And, people are like, oh, I fucking hate promos. And I'm like, you're missing the point of a promo. If you get the right guy doing a promo, like KO, when KO does a promo, it's fucking appointment television for me. This version of KO, not the fucking conspiracy theory. Elias, it's really you.
Right.
I did like how he just came out and fucking powerbombed him on the apron and was like, fucking get out of here. See you later. And I hope he doesn't come back as fucking Elias. I hope he stays with this Ezekiel character because I fucking kind of dig it.
They're saying he's coming back as Elias, though.
I mean, I get it. The walk with Elias,
now
the
he's going to be
WWE
gone until he
thing.
can grow his beard back. Should never shaved the damn beard off in the first place.
I don't know, dude. I think I like the Ezekiel character.
It's just where do you go with that after you're done with KO?
Yeah, after he powerbombed the life out of you on a ring apron.
The whole reason why it was interesting is because KO was coming down like you're Elias. Why are you lying to everybody?
Now I have a very serious question for you. So, if you've noticed with this Bray Wyatt shit, right? I shouldn't say shit. This Bray Wyatt White Rabbit reintroduction thing. You noticed the first time that it happened during a Braun Strowman thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm not the only one.
I know where you're going.
I'm not the only one. The new Wyatt family.
I mean, it makes sense that you would bring Braun.
Well, who's Sister Abigail? Oh, looks like you have an actual Sister Abigail. Not Alexa Bliss.
Right, yeah. No, you do Karrion Kross and Scarlett.
Yeah, the smoke show. She's on like a different playing field, bro. She is like hot on a different level.
What was the witch's name in Funhouse? Was she called Scarlet Witch?
Scarlet the Witch.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh my god. Bro, imagine if this all ties in.
There was a white rabbit Bro,
stop it! You're hurting my fucking head. What?
So
dude, it's all making sense now. Oh, fuck you, bro. Fuck you.
I'm just...
No. Oh, my God, dude. See, this is the thing. This is the genius of this guy. He didn't even know that this shit was going to happen.
Yeah.
And, it's like
it falls into place.
Bro, it's like he, manufactured all of this in his crazy, deluded mind.
But that's the brilliance of what he does, is it's so out there that you can wrap a story around it. You can make pieces
bro, it's
work.
So smart.
Yeah.
Shit! I fucking hate how good he is, man.
I can't wait for him to come back. It'll be super disappointing if this reveal on SmackDown is like, oh well, it's Karrion Kross, bring back the White Rabbit gimmick,
Yeah, but he's gonna do some. He's gonna do some fucking He's gonna get away from that fucking very indestructible character thing, because that's not what wrestling is. Nobody wants to see supernatural. The Undertaker era is dead, bro. It died with the Undertaker. You're not gonna fucking strike lightning bolts and fucking all this shit.
That's going to be the issue with Bray. Is if you bring him back,
yeah, but
don't bring back the Fiend Bray.
Exactly, you got to bring back a different Bray.
So the reason why the Fiend happened was because Bray Wyatt, cult leader Bray Wyatt, wasn't working out.
Which is not,
because
he did the thing with Matt Hardy and it fucked him.
It had run its course. He was thrown into the pond or whatever it is, the Hardy compound. It was like he had to be reborn as the Fiend. But what if the Firefly Funhouse, right? And the Fiend is his dive into insanity, and then he has a reawakening, and now those characters, like I said, that were in Firefly Funhouse, Scarlet Witch is real. The White Rabbit is real, and they come back with him as that cult leader gimmick.
Oh my god, dude, the pig.
Yeah,
Braun Strowman.
Braun Strowman, yeah.
Because he's all jacked now.
Yeah.
Oh my god, bro, how fucking smart.
Yeah.
How smart.
It would work. I really hope it worked. I really hope that's where they're going with it.
Bro, if they come out tonight, in a little while, I'm gonna fucking lose. I'm gonna lose my shit, dude. I may re-injure my back even worse from fucking popping out of my seat. I mean, I gotta say, man, I was in so much fucking pain, but I popped big for Paige.
Yeah.
I am going to pop like a schoolboy.
Yeah.
If I see fucking Bray Wyatt.
And they keep talking about how WWE still has surprises coming and all that. So, I mean, hey, maybe this is a surprise. One of the things that WWE talked about that surprised the shit out of me was what they're doing with Survivor Series.
What, the War Games style matches?
Yeah, there's going to be 2 War Games matches. And they're talking about possibly doing that pit match that they did. But that, I don't know, that pit match to me, that worked in the pandemic. I don't know if that's going to work in front of a live crowd.
Oh, yeah.
But
who would you even have do that, though? You gotta have, Rollins and fucking Seth. Aren't they? They're already doing some match this time at Extreme Rules.
Yeah.
Aren't they? They're doing a death,
doing some weird.
Yeah.
They
a survival pit match or something.
But it's just crazy to me that they're gonna bring the War Games to Survivor Series. And I like the fact that they're not doing a brand-based Survivor Series.
No, because it's pointless. Everyone shows up on everyone's show at this point. It doesn't matter. I gotta say this about the NXT thing in Solo Sikoa, though.
The second you started bringing it up, right before you started bringing it up, I thought of it because I was thinking of, Survivor Series match. It would make sense. It would be the Bloodline against another group. Bloodline, Solo Sikoa, the friggin' NXT, the friggin' North American Championship.
What situation. A fucking shit show, dude. Talk about fucking booking yourself into a corner and then not knowing how to get out of it.
But it's so easy to get out of it. It's so easy. Just let them have the championship and let them hold it on SmackDown and defend it on NXT. What's so wrong about that?
What is the fucking problem?
Why can't he have the title?
It's Tuesday and Friday.
Right.
Even if he doesn't work the rest of the week.
I mean, you can even have Sammy go with him in NXT. He has a clear working relationship with Sammy.
I don't understand, dude. It doesn't make no fucking sense to me.
It doesn't make any sense.
And now, just to do a ladder match? Why? Who wants to... Why?
No, do we really need that?
Why do a ladder match? Why can't it just be a straight up match? What does the ladder have to do with anything? Carmelo lost the belt. He is first in line to get it. This dude relinquishes you strip him. Carmelo should get the belt.
Yeah. Yeah, or at least he's the number one contender.
Yeah,
You talk
right.
somebody
He
else,
doesn't have to
you
go
know?
through no fucking qualifying matches. And now you're just going to throw it up on a ladder willy-nilly.
Yeah,
There's no excuse.
It's really, that's the type of poor booking that, AEW
That's fucking
has had.
shitty, bro. That's shitty. It doesn't make no sense.
Doesn't make any sense. I like how people compared it though. Like you get, man, you have like AEW stands out there, and you have WWE stands out there, and the WWE people said, well, hey, you got to complain about this book, and AEW just stripped. 2 champions from their titles. It's like, yeah, that wasn't a story-based thing.
Yeah, they got into a fucking fight.
They got a fight in the fucking background. Like, what are you talking about?
Somebody got bit. It wasn't good.
Any legitimate comparison would be, again, CM Punk getting squashed and then winning the championship off of Moxley just a few days later. This is the same thing.
Only to be stripped of it.
Solo, he wins the championship just to be stripped of it. Never defends it once, just stripped of it. Hey, you know what? You weren't supposed to be in that match, so now you're going to have to go up against our 5 top guys in one match.
That doesn't fucking, I don't understand.
That now anybody that gets pinned, anybody that gets the pinfall has the championship.
Yeah.
He doesn't have to get pinned.
Yep. And you can take the belt off of him. No one's the wiser, and everyone can go about their business.
Done.
Instead, you strip him, and then everyone looks like an asshole because now you don't have a champion.
Yeah, why if he's getting stripped of the championship, is the bloodline not surrounding Shawn Michaels at that point saying, oh, no, you don't understand how this works. You don't take a championship from the bloodline. You have to earn that.
I think maybe Sean is not. Maybe he's looking sideways instead of looking forward.
Mm-hmm.
But
maybe he's doing both.
No, see, you missed my joke. That was my joke.
Yeah, but...
Right, because of his eyes.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying. I'm going to hit you.
I know. I saw it coming.
You fucking piece of shit. No, you're not.
Michaels wouldn't have seen it coming.
Oh, my God. Actually, what?
Probably would have had a better chance of seeing it coming.
I don't know, dude. Rob Van Dam does the best impression of Shawn Michaels ever. I don't care what anyone says. I defy you to find me a better impression of Shawn Michaels than that.
Gotta love RVD.
Yeah, except how he fucking ran the fucking Nature Boy down during a Vice documentary.
He was high during that. I mean, come on.
Yeah, he's always high.
That's a good point. That's not an excuse for him.
I bet you he's high more than sober. Whatever. Fuck him. Fuck them all.
But yeah, I think that, I will say this. I feel like the way Shawn addressed it was beneficial to Solo Sikoa. Because it could have just been, hey, you weren't supposed to be in this match, so you got to give me the title. But instead it was like, hey, I wish you all the best in SmackDown. I regret having to do this, but it's a situation that's being forced upon me. The
match shouldn't have taken place in the first place.
Right.
So.
Right.
But there's no excuse.
The fact that he was like, more apologetic about it rather than being forceful. You could have buried Solo right there just by saying, hey, you got to give the title back. The match shouldn't have happened.
Yeah, go fuck yourself.
Right. So, at least that's the only silver lining.
Who's the next guy to go up, you think, from NXT? Mello? Mello the next guy to go up, or Braun?
Yeah, maybe they'll put the title on the North American Championship back on Mel, and they'll send him up to the main roster
with the belt,
and then strip him of the title.
Oh my god! It fucking gives me agita, man, because that's probably what's gonna happen. And I'm gonna be like, this is fucking ridiculous.
Let's be honest. Between Braun Breaker and Mello deserves to go up before Braun Breaker.
Yeah, no, 100%. I agree. I don't see. I'm not a big. Listen, I love the Steiner brothers. I'm not a big fan of Braun Breaker. Mm-hmm. I don't like it. I think that he should just be his name, Braun Steiner. it's a little bit too close to Braun. I think that I would probably get away with that. Or just call him Steiner.
Yeah.
I think that would be cool, just to call him fucking Steiner, because that's a fucking cool ass name, and you get the name recognition pop instantly. People associate him with the Steiner brothers. They understand
who are Hall of Famers anyway, so
Correct.
It's not like there's a reason to not use that name.
I understand that they want these guys to carve their own path, right? But when you have a name like that and you look exactly like the motherfucker and you bark when you get into the ring, just like your dad did, everyone knows. Like, this is not rocket science. Like, everyone knows that you're related to Rick and Scott.
Yeah, I mean, they really cannot stand when people, use the recognition of their family name, Randy Orton. It's really a problem for them. They try to avoid it as much as possible.
Simone Johnson.
Cody Rhodes. They really try to avoid all of that.
I'm sure that we can think of about 7 other guys.
Yeah.
Greg Valentine.
I mean, it's
well, no, that was Johnny Valentine. Yeah, it was Johnny Valentine's kid.
The list goes on and on. I mean, it's just, why not just let him be Braun Steiner, or it's really
it's because WWE cannot own the copyright.
Yeah, I think they just have a problem with the Steiners. I think that's the issue.
Really?
I mean, they put him in the Hall of Fame, but they've been run down so much by Scott Steiner.
Yeah, well, I mean, he has a problem with doing that. I mean, he said it during the Hall of Fame. I can't believe they gave me a live microphone. I was like, oh, shit.
I also can't believe they gave you...
Is he about to fucking go off right now? I bet the fucking people in the truck, Kevin Dunn's probably in the truck going, Jesus Christ, Scott.
This is why we don't air this live anymore.
Why?
Because they want to be able to control what's being said.
It's fucking stupid, man. I fucking hate that. Just let people be themselves, dude. Who cares?
I would rather they have it recorded, because then they don't have to cut somebody, short after just a couple minutes of giving a speech. So record it. If the speech sucks, don't air it. Like whatever, or release it all in segments.
Yeah.
And then people will watch most of the segments.
So what do you think? Tonight you got SmackDown. You also have fucking Grand Slam Rampage with Action Bronson and Hook wrestling fucking Daddy Magic and Cool Hand Ange.
Yeah,
You're not a fan.
The Action Bronson thing. I think it could be cool. It just is gonna depend on how much they get Action Bronson involved in the match.
Listen, I think he could fucking potentially do a really good job, because he loves the fucking wrestling business. I mean, when you have songs called Barry Horowitz and Ron Simmons, like, people don't know the Ron Simmons name. If you say Farouk, they know Farouk. People don't know who the fuck Barry Horowitz is. No. I know who Barry Horowitz is because I fucking love Barry Horowitz.
Right.
He patted himself on the back. That is a man who fucking understands how to play a gimmick. You want to know how many matches that guy won? Probably like a grand total of like 4 his entire fucking career. And he made a career out of being a fucking enhancement talent.
We've seen celebrities pull off decent matches in the past.
Yeah, Karl Malone.
I just gonna let that one go. I'm gonna be cautiously optimistic about that. And they're pushing it big time. They really want people to like go crazy for Action Bronson.
He doesn't have that type of following anymore. Like,
but I mean, this is Tony Khan looking at what this community wants, and apparently they want Action Bronson right now.
Yeah, I don't understand that.
Action Bronson gave an interview. He's like, I'm gonna be the first performer in history to perform on the way down to the ring and then perform in the match. And he's like, oh well, actually, there was a couple of others, but they don't really count. And it's like, all right, buddy.
Whatever. Dude.
Okay, Action
He's
Bronson.
trying to get over.
I get it. I get it. I just, I don't know. I'm cautiously optimistic.
I fucking really like Action Bronson's music, so like I'm into him.
I am totally fine with him sitting hooked down to the ring, and then staying out of the ring. Not being in the ring.
You don't even know me. No, I think that it could be fucking pretty interesting. I'm not saying that he's gonna be like a Logan Paul type talent or like a Bad Bunny,
right?
You know what I mean? But like, and shout out to Bad Bunny.
I'll be happy if he does like a Snooki type of performance.
Oh no! I think it's gonna be much better than that. I think you're probably looking at like a Dennis Rodman type performance. You know what I mean?
That'd be okay.
He may get a little blown up working in the ring. I hope he doesn't have to like run the ropes a lot or like do anything like that. I know that he's in really good shape and he hits the gym for many hours a day now. But
it's a whole different type.
It is a different brand of fucking thing. And it's a different brand of thing when you get out there in front of people than you're doing it in a fucking warehouse practicing.
Especially, I mean, that adrenaline just kicks in. And we talked about that already on this show. The fact that, when you get in the ring, it's a whole different... If you get in the ring, nobody's there, When you go in the ring and there's a crowd and they are going nuts, you want to put on the best performance possible. And if you've never done it before, you don't know your limits. You go too hard, too quick, you get blown up.
Well, you think you know, but you have no fucking idea. Like, you just don't.
Your pace goes 3-4 times faster than it would have been if you were just in an empty arena.
Listen, we've been to a lot of different independent wrestling shows, so we've seen guys, their first match, their fucking the middle of their career. Like, we've literally seen guys wrestle from the start to finish of their career. And at small shows, and we can tell you unequivocally that it is vastly different in your first match than it is 5 matches in.
Yeah.
Because you get a feel and a handle of like what is going on. And if by 5 matches you don't have some sort of semblance of a handle or feel, you shouldn't be having matches. That's the fucking point of the whole fucking thing. You shouldn't be having matches. But I'm pretty fucking excited about tonight, man.
Fingers crossed for Bray.
Jesus Christ. Hopefully we have fucking a lot more crazy shit to talk about next week.
It's going to be the Bray Wyatt show if he comes back, let's be honest.
Oh, no, we're just going to dedicate the whole thing to fucking Bray Wyatt. Yeah. Fucking A, dude. Well, I appreciate you fucking coming yesterday and today. Fucking, it's been fucking fantastic having you.
I appreciate your appreciation.
Yeah. You know what? I'm done with this conversation. I used to like you.
Goodbye, people.
All right, see you fucking next week. God damn it. Fucking knowledge. Always fucking my shit up. All the time. Fucking my shit up. All the fucking time. Yeah, why are you looking at the fucking computer, motherfucker?